It's been 18 years, and we now know who killed Natalie Holloway, why, and how.
And while her confessed killer cannot be charged with murder in the U.S., he did plead guilty to two lesser charges, extortion and wire fraud, yesterday.
Then after 18 years, Natalie's case is solved.
For the first time in a long time, Beth Holloway plans to get a good night's sleep. Perhaps her first really restful sleep since May 2005, when her daughter, Natalie Holloway, disappeared while on a senior trip to Aruba.
She was on her way to college. She was headed to medical school after that, and I have no doubt she would have made it all the way.
After 18 years of searching, grieving, wondering, Holloway finally knows what happened to her Natalie. That Joran Vandersloot, the man long suspected in her disappearance, bludgeoned her to death when she refused to have sex with him. That he tossed her body into the ocean, then went home and watched porn.
It is shocking and it is horrific to hear a killer that describing the brutal things that he did to my daughter.
Vandersloot was in federal court Wednesday to plead guilty to lesser charges, extortion and wire fraud. He admitted in 2010 he took $25,000 from Holloway in exchange for information about where to find her daughter's body, then lied about that location. His murder confession was part of a plea deal he reached with prosecutors. He did apologize in court to the Holloway family, says he's found Jesus, and hopes his confession and guilty plea will give them some closure. For the Holloways, though, that does little to heal an 18-year heartache.
He is a killer. He is a killer. He will always be the killer. He will always be now the black mark in Aruba.
And while 20 years in prison for extortion and wire fraud is hardly the justice they want,
as far as I'm concerned, it's over. It's over.
Right now, it's the justice they can get, and they plan to take it and get on with their lives.
I feel like we carry Natalie with us even forward now, and that's good. That's a very good feeling.
So Vandersloot will serve his 20-year sentence in a Peruvian prison where he's already serving time for killing a woman and where he suffered a brutal beating earlier this year by some fellow prisoners. And U.S. Marshals plan to send him back to Peru as quickly as possible.